Right now, you can buy a supercharged AMG V8 for $14,000. Not a salvage title, not a project car, a clean, low-mileage German missile most people have never even heard of. Meanwhile, everyone's spending 40 grand on hyped V10 BMWs that grenade themselves. Yet right under the radar, 5 AMG models are waiting for savvy buyers. No hype, no clout, just raw German muscle trading for less than a used Tahoe. In Europe, prices have already started climbing, and once the market catches on, they won't be $14,000 anymore. I'm going to show you the 5 exact AMG models, what they cost today, and what they'll likely be worth once everyone else wakes up. Number 5, 2005 to 2011 SLK 55 AMG. Starting around $20,000. Here's what nobody tells you. This thing is faster through the quarter mile than the SL55. Car and driver tested both. The little roadster won. Under that long hood sits a naturally aspirated 5.4-liter V8, 355 horsepower. The M113 engine, one of the most proven motors AMG ever built. No turbos, no supercharger. Just a big, smooth V8 that revs to 6,500 and sounds angry. Pop the retractable hardtop, drop a gear, and you're looking at a car that sounds like it wants to fight. But here's why everyone ignores it. The SLK badge. People see entry level and keep scrolling. They're wrong. This is a naturally aspirated V8 in a lightweight package with a roof that disappears in 20 seconds. You're not buying an entry car. You're buying the last of a dying breed. Clean examples are trading between $25,000 and $40,000. That's Boxster-S money. But you're getting a V8 and a hardtop. The roof mechanism ages. Budget $1,500 to $2,000 if the hydraulics need work. Other than that, change the oil. This engine will run forever. SLK 55 or Porsche Boxster-S at the same price. Which one are you taking? Number 4, 1998-2000 C43 AMG. Classic Analytics tracked a 36% price increase in 12 months. That's not speculation, that's data. The C43 is the AMG most people forgot existed, starting around $10,000 for a driver, $20,000 for a collector-grade car. It's not hand-built. It doesn't have the drama of a C63, but it has a 4.3-liter V8 making 302 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 6 seconds flat, and a build quality that makes modern cars feel like they're held together with hope. This is the last of the W202 generation, the bank vault Mercedes. Close the door on a W202. That sound, that solid thunk. You don't get that anymore. The interior, simple, analog, built to last. No massive touchscreens. No subscription services, just buttons that click and a car that does exactly what you tell it to. Why is it climbing in Germany? Because analog cars from the 90s are heating up, and the C43 sits right in that sweet spot, old enough to feel special, new enough to actually drive. But you need to be careful. Rust. Check the rockers, check the wheel wells, check the subframe mounts. Find a clean one with service records, and you're holding a future classic you can actually afford to insure and maintain. C43 with a V8 and that bank vault interior, or an E36 M3 with the handling and the badge. Which one ages better? Number 3, 2000 to 2003 ML55 AMG, before the Cayenne Turbo, before the X5M, before the Urus. There was the ML55. This is the first AMG SUV ever made, and historically the first of anything appreciates. Starting under $10,000 on average. The best examples around $20,000. Under the hood, the M113 5.4-liter naturally aspirated V8, 342 horsepower. The same overbuilt block from the E55, just without the supercharger. Right now, you can buy one for less than a used Accord. Put your foot down and it doesn't feel like an SUV. It feels like a V8 sedan on stilts that can tow your boat. The market's already shifting. Clean survivors are getting attention. Collectors are starting to recognize what this represents, the beginning of the performance SUV era, wearing an AMG badge. But condition is everything. These were used like SUVs. They hauled kids, they towed trailers, they sat outside in the snow. When you're shopping, crawl underneath. Check for rust, check for leaks. Look at the service history like it's a legal document. The M113 engine is million-mile capable, but the rest of the truck needs to have been maintained. Find a good one, and you're sitting on a piece of AMG history that nobody else wanted. The ML55 also has something modern AMGs don't. Simplicity. No air suspension to fail. No complex electronics. Just a V8, a solid axle in the rear, and a truck that works. ML55 with the AMG pedigree and the simplicity, or a first-gen Cayenne S with the Porsche tax and the complexity. Which one's the smarter buy? Number 2, this might be the most overlooked supercharged AMG ever sold in America. Number 2, 2006 CLS 55 AMG. This is the one that should have been famous. The CLS 55 only came to the US for 1 year in this spec. 1 year. And most people have no idea it even exists. Starting around $14,000 to $16,000 for a clean car with 50 to 60,000 miles. Under that long sculpted hood sits the M113K supercharged 5.4-liter V8, nearly 500 horsepower. The same engine that made the E55 a legend. But this isn't an E-Class. This is the 4-door coupe, the one with the roofline that still looks modern 15 years later. And it's trading for $14,000. That's E60 M5 money. Except the CLS 55 won't need a rod-bearing job. It won't leave you stranded with a 5-figure repair bill. It'll just pull hard every single time. The M113K supercharged V8 is one of the most reliable high-performance engines ever built. No lag, no turbo heat, just instant linear power from idle to redline. Floor it from a stoplight and the CLS 55 just squats and goes. Mid-4 seconds 0 to 60 times. In a luxury sedan. From 2006, one owner put 180,000 miles on his. Original engine. Original supercharger. Still pulls like day one. Now there are things to watch. The SBC brake-by-wire system can fail. Budget $1,500 to $2,500 if it hasn't been addressed. Airmatic suspension. If it leaks, you're looking at aftermarket struts for about $1,500 to $2,500 per axle. But even with those costs, you're still way ahead of what you'd spend keeping an E60 M5 alive. CLS 55 with supercharged torque and that 1-year-only body, or an E60 M5 with the screaming V10 and the repair bills. At equal money, which keys are you grabbing? Number 1, and this one completely changes the value equation. Number 1, 2003 to 2008 SL55 AMG. This is the king. The R129 SL already climbed. Clean examples are now 6 figures. The R230, this generation, is next. And the supercharged V8 cars are the ones to own. Starting around $25,000 to $50,000 depending on condition and mileage, the SL55 is what happens when Mercedes takes a grand tour, stuffs a supercharged V8 under the hood, and decides that subtlety is optional. 493 horsepower in the early cars, 510 in 2007 and later. The M113K supercharged 5.4-liter V8, 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds. And that folding hardtop, 16 seconds from coupe to convertible. It's still one of the most impressive pieces of engineering you can buy. In 4 to 5 years, clean SL55s will be out of reach for most people. Right now, they're still attainable. 5 years from now, you'll see one cross the block at Barrett-Jackson for twice what you paid. But you need to go in with your eyes open. A BC suspension. If it hasn't been refreshed, budget $3,000 to $5,000. The struts are about $1,000 each. The hydraulic lines age. It's not if, it's when. The roof mechanism. The pump can fail. That's another $1,000. Check for dampness in the trunk and make sure the roof operates smoothly. But here's the reality. Even with a $5,000 suspension refresh, you're still buying a 493 horsepower convertible with a folding hardtop for half what you'd pay for a clean 997 Carrera. And the 997 doesn't have this much torque. SL55 with supercharged V8 Thunder and a disappearing roof, or a 997 Carrera with the Porsche badge and the higher price. Which one's the smarter play? Buyer's checklist. If you're actually shopping, this is the part that matters. Suspension first. If you're looking at a CLS 55 or SL 55, get under it. Look for leaks. Check for uneven ride height. A BC refreshes run $3,000 to $5,000. Airmatic is $1,500 to $2,500 per axle. Engines, the safe ones, M113 and M113K. The 4.3, the 5.4, and the supercharged 5.4. These will run 300,000 miles if you change the oil. Years to avoid. Skip early 2003 SL55s with SBC issues unless it's been addressed. On any W202 C43, Rust is the killer, not the engine. Paperwork. Service records aren't optional. If the seller can't show you maintenance history, assume nothing was done. Get a pre-purchase inspection. Pay the $200. It'll save you $20,000 in surprises. Warranty strategy. If you're buying a CLS 55 or SL 55, consider an extended warranty that covers the suspension. One ABC failure pays for itself. Bottom line, never buy an AMG from this era without understanding the suspension situation and having a plan for it. These 5 cars won't stay cheap. The CLS 55 is already climbing. The ML 55 is getting attention. The C43 jumped 36% in Germany in 1 year. Right now, you can still get in. 5 years from now, you'll be watching these same cars sell at auction for double. So here's my question. Which one are you buying? And what's the highest mileage AMG you've ever owned? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more buyer guides like this every week, guides that actually help you avoid the wrong car and find the right one, hit subscribe. The people who win with cars don't follow hype. They buy before the comments section shows up.